actually heard about Movember through one of my students. Alex Perlman actually approached me in the quad one day, asked me if I'd be interested in growing a mustache to improve men's health.
Dr. Blazey always tells us that prevention is the most important thing. So when Movember rolled around, I told him to practice what he preaches, and so he did.
The exciting part for me was that being a Mo bro and growing a mustache, it's something I've never done before. I've always wanted to do it. And also just getting the reaction out of my patients, how many of them asked me about it and asked about men's health. The most memorable discussion that I had over the month of Movember was a patient of mine, her husband always tags along. This year with the mustache, she asked me why the Mo. I was growing it for men's health awareness. So she looked at her husband and said, "Joe, you know, you never see a doctor, why don't you go see Dr. Blazey a little bit later today?" He hadn't had a visit for about 5 years at that time with any other family doctor. I ended up doing a full physical exam, and during that physical exam we found an irregularity on his prostate. I sent him to a urologist. A biopsy was performed, and the biopsy actually confirmed that it was prostate cancer. The cool thing was that the prostate cancer was found to be confined only to the prostate at that time. So we were able to get good treatment that was non-invasive, and he's had a good outcome.
When I heard that a patient was able to be diagnosed and get treatment because of Movember, I was really happy that we could make that difference.
You know, that was an awesome story for us being medical students, because we actually saw that we weren't just a couple of guys growing mustaches, that we were also doing something to help people as well, because without that mustache, that guy's prostate cancer would have never been identified and he would have potentially lost his life.
I got involved in Movember for several reasons, but my main one had to be the fact that outside of a medical school environment, I noticed that nobody really talks about men's health. Men's health is supposed to be something that's hush-hush because we're all supermen. Movember really brings about the men's health issues into the public eye, and this year I got to be captain of Team NYCOM. We raised over $7,000, so it's been really amazing to see how our actions actually affect people out there in the real world. I think it's really fantastic.